The Great Wall of China is more than 21,196 kilometers long. It stretches from the deserts in western China all the way to the Yellow Sea. Like the Silk Road, it is one of the world's greatest wonders. But what makes it special is not only its size. It also has an amazing history full of wars, powerful emperors, and incredible engineering. The Great Wall, or more correctly, a group of many different walls, started about 2,300 years ago. The first emperor of the United China, Qin Shi Huang, ordered the first large construction. After him, many other emperors continued building and repairing the wall for hundreds of years. Together, they created the Great Wall we know today. More than 1 billion bricks were used to build it. The wall is about as tall as a 2-story building and around 5 meters wide. Along the wall, there are tens of thousands of watchtowers. It also has protective walls for soldiers and small openings where archers could shoot arrows. It was China's first line of defense. But this was not the first wall in China. Around 1,500 years earlier, different kingdoms had already built thousands of kilometers of walls made from packed earth to protect their land. So, why did China build such a huge wall? On one side of the wall was China's rich farmland, where farmers could grow more food than they needed. On the other side were the grasslands of Mongolia, where the land was much less suitable for farming and the growing season was much shorter. The Mongols were nomads. They moved from place to place with their animals throughout the year. During the cold winter, life became very difficult. Sometimes they attacked northern China to get food and other supplies. China was protecting more than just villages. The Silk Road, one of the world's most important trade routes, passed through this area and was often attacked. Also, Beijing was only about 75 kilometers from some parts of the wall. If enemies got through, the capital could be in danger. Throughout history, the Mongols crossed the wall many times. Even Genghis Khan found ways to get through it. But one attack changed everything. In 1550, Altan Khan crossed the wall and surrounded Beijing with his army. This showed the Chinese that the wall alone was not enough to stop an enemy. So, if the wall was so big, why couldn't it stop the Mongols? The answer is simple. The Great Wall was never meant to completely block the enemy. Its main job was to slow them down, give guards time to send warning signals, and give the Chinese army enough time to get ready. Also, protecting a wall that stretched for thousands of kilometers was almost impossible. The Mongols sometimes crossed weak parts of the wall, sometimes entered through gates, and sometimes even bribed the guards. Interestingly, Altan Khan didn't want to conquer China. His goal was to make the Chinese emperor negotiate with him, and in the end, he got what he wanted. After this attack, Emperor Jiajing ordered the wall to be rebuilt and made much stronger. Much of the Great Wall that we see today was built during this time. But the biggest question is, how did people build something this huge? First, it's important to know that the Great Wall is not one long, unbroken wall. Many people think it is, but that's not true. The Great Wall is made of hundreds of different sections built at different times. Some parts are still in great condition, some are only ruined, and in some places there's no wall at all. That's why its total length is more than 21,000 kilometers. Now let's see how it was built. The bricks used to build the wall were about 4 times bigger than many modern bricks. At the same time, hundreds of thousands of workers were building different parts of the wall. Brick kilns were built close to each construction site. This meant the brick could be made nearby instead of being carried from far away. In a way, they created an early production line system which helped speed up the work. Making the bricks was not easy. The kilns had to reach temperatures of about 1000 degrees Celsius and stay that hot for around 12 hours. This made the bricks strong enough for the wall. The kilns were also very well designed. The heat had to spread evenly so every brick would be baked properly. If the temperature rose too quickly, the water inside the bricks could expand and make them crack or even explode. This could damage many other bricks inside the kiln. That's why workers had to control the temperature very carefully. After the bricks were ready, the hardest job began. carrying these heavy materials up steel mountains and hills. Historians believe that more than 1 million people worked on the Great Wall over many years. Many of them carried heavy building materials through mountains in freezing weather, sometimes as cold as minus 40 degrees Celsius without any modern machines. One small mistake could mean falling off a cliff. Because the work was so dangerous, historians estimate that around 400,000 workers died while building the wall. You may have heard that the workers who died were buried inside the Great Wall. However, most historians believe this is only a myth. Although many workers lost their lives, but no reliable archaeological evidence has ever shown that their bodies were buried inside the wall. They were most likely buried in cemeteries near the construction sites. Now, here is another interesting question. If we built the Great Wall today, how much would it cost? Actually, no one knows the exact answer, but some experts believe a project this large would cost hundreds of billions of dollars with today's building materials, and if we also add transportation and workers' salaries and other expenses, the total cost would probably be much higher. Today, about 10 million people visit the Great Wall every year. Around 1/3 of the wall, mostly the oldest parts, has disappeared over time, but many of the brick sections are still standing after hundreds of years. Another point is that you may have heard that the Great Wall can be seen from the moon or even from space, but that is not true. The Great Wall cannot be seen with the naked eye from the moon. It is also usually impossible to see it from Earth orbit without special equipment. Now, I have a question for you. Have you ever visited the Great Wall of China? If you have, how did it make you feel? And if you haven't, what do you think it would be like? Tell me in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my future videos.